Greetings, cyberdogs and citizens of the internet. This is ReNDoG coming at you from somewhere in Rentown in this Let's Play Minecraft Feed the Beast series. In the previous episode, we managed to unlock Golemancy in our Dogcraft research tree, and in this episode, my friends, we are going to be crafting for ourselves some wooden golems and setting those little bastards to work underneath the ReNStar. So sit back and relax, my cyber diggity dogs. Let's feed the beast that is our mind. Now guys, since the previous episode, our great wood trees have sprouted here in Rentown, looking pretty sweet. As you can see, this one has sprouted, and this one near the Feru harvester machine over here has sprouted too, which is so sweet. The third great wood tree that I planted over there, however, has not sprouted yet. So that is unfortunate, but I kind of like what these great wood trees bring to Rentown. They bring a bit of nature, and you know, these are pretty epic freaking trees, man. Check it in, they are absolutely ginormous. Really sweet. Now guys, in the previous episode, we were researching away on our Dogcraft research table. And unbeknownst to me, I had actually unlocked wooden golems when I unlocked Golemancy. A ton of you guys let me know in the comment section that you can't actually research wooden golems. In fact, there are only 3 types of golems that you can research, and those are, of course, these golems over here. A stone golem, a straw golem, and a clay golem. As soon as you research Golemancy, you have access to a wooden golem. So yeah, that's my bad. But since you were with me, guys, I've unlocked basically all of the golem research that we can have: perceptive golems, speedy golems, smart golems, and strong golems. And the golem upgrade that we are interested in is perceptive golems, because that increases the range of a golem's work area. And of course, we're going to be using wooden golems to collect items that are dropping from the ReNStar space platform as we build on top of that platform. So we want these wooden golems to have as big a range as possible. So we're going to be using Golem Animation Core Perception to make our wooden golems. Now, there are a few steps that we need to go through to actually create these wooden golems. And the best place to start this whole business is, in fact, to have a look at the Thormonomicon. And let's have a look at what we need to do to get these freaking golems, right? So if we have a look at the this Golem Animation Core information screen, we can see that we actually need an infusion altar to be able to make a Golem Animation Core. And to make an infusion altar, we need to have something called arcane stone blocks. And an arcane stone block, I do believe we find them in the magical building block over here, right? So we need to make this magical building block in order to make that infusion altar, in order to make the perception cores, in order to create our golems. Oh man. So what we need to do, guys, is make the very first thing we need to do is make an arcane work table so that we can make these magical building blocks. And to make an arcane work table is actually really easy. All we need to do is use a table, just like we used to make the research table. And I'm going to place this table over here next to our research table, and then we get our Harry Potter wand out again, right click on this puppy, and bam! We have ourselves a beautiful little arcane workbench over here. Of course, we lose that wand for making that, so we're going to have to make ourselves another wand. We need a Vis shard, we need a golden nugget, and we need a stick or 2. And we need some sticks, yeah. So let's make another wand. We're going to need this in a moment, guys, and you'll see why. Let's just make another wand of the apprentice. There we go. Sweet. Okay, so now we can make magical building blocks, right? So let's go to our arcane work table over here and make these magical building blocks. But hang on, if we have a look in our Thormonomicon, to make a magical building block, we need something called a thormium ingot. And to make a thormium ingot, if we go into the Thormonomicon over here, we can see that thormium is the result of infusing base metals with raw magical energy. The result is a metal harder than iron with the ability to accept enchantments beyond that which iron is normally capable of. Well, I just learned something new. Why in the freak did I enchant golden swords, man? I should be enchanting thormium swords. Man, I'm a butthole. A metal such as this has many applications in the crafting of more advanced thaumaturgical devices. It can also be used to craft tools, arms, and armor in a crafting table using the normal recipes. And we can see here there is a cauldron over here. And what we need is metallum and precantatio to make thormium ingots. In fact, we need 8 metallum and 8 precantatio to make 1 thormium ingot. Now, what the jazz is this? A crucible? Well, a crucible is, let's have a look over here. a crucible is basically like a magical cauldron. To craft a crucible, you must simply use your wand on a cauldron placed in the world. So that's pretty easy to make, right? So let's head over to our crafting table and build for ourselves just your average Minecraft vanilla cauldron, right like that. Sweet. And we're going to place this cauldron right over here next to our research table. Kaplayum! And what we're going to do is use our Harry Potter wand to turn this cauldron into a crucible. Check it out. Bam! We now have like what is essentially a witch's cauldron, right? And here comes the really, really cool part about this cauldron. In order to make it work, we need to fill it with water, and we also need to basically start the cooking process, right? Like it is literally like a witch's cauldron. So I'm gonna put some water in there, and then I've placed a little bit of netherrack underneath this cauldron over here, and check it out, man. I'm gonna light that netherrack, and in a moment we shall see our witch's cauldron kicking in, and there we go. We can already see. Oh no, those are just the flames. There we go. There are some bubbles now brewing inside of our cauldron. So that is awesome. Our cauldron is now ready to be made, man. That is so sweet. All right, so let's just fill this block over here. All right, so we now have two more Thorncraft tools at our disposal. We have this arcane workbench and we have this cauldron over here. But of course, what we are trying to do is make magical building blocks. And in order to do that, we need to make we need to make these things over here, thormium, right? So we need metallum and we need precantatio. We know that metallum comes from iron ingots, and we know that precantatio comes from these Vs shards that we've got over here. So check it out, right? Here is the really, really sweet part of Thorncraft. Well, the part that I really like, I think. Check it out, right? So to get metallum, we need to put some iron ingots into the cauldron, right? And we need 8 metallum. So we only need to put 1 iron ingot into the cauldron because look, it gives us 8 metallum over there on the overlay, and we need 4 precantatio, right? So let's have a look at this, and a V shard gives us 6 precantatio. So there is going to be 2 excess precantatio, and here is where the interesting part in Thorncraft comes, guys. When you put excess aspects into your cauldron, those aspects go into the atmosphere and they start to do really bad things around your world. So hopefully we won't be doing any terribly bad things in this episode, but if you go overboard and you throw too many things into your cauldron, you can cause havoc in your world. But anyway, let's see if we can make for ourselves a thormium ingot. So I'm going to throw 1 iron ingot in there. Bam! Then I'm going to throw 2 Vs shards in there, right? There we go. So now we have 6 Vs in there and 8 metallum. Now we're going to right click on this puppy, and there we go. We have a thormium ingot. Now we have 2 extra precantatio in here, right? Or we did anyway. I think that's probably gone into the environment now, I guess. I don't know what exactly has happened to that extra precantatio, but let's head over to this little infinite water source over here, and we can do this process again. Of course, we need 4 of these thormium ingots to be able to make 1 magical block. Magical building block. So let's throw 1 more iron in there. Oh wait, it's not ready yet. Okay, there we go. Throw an iron in there, throw a V shard in there, and now we will see if we have that extra V's or that extra precantatio in here. Yes, we did. Okay, so far we've managed to not overuse any aspects, right? So that's the basic process of making these thormium ingots. What I'm going to do now, guys, is make a whole ton of them, because we actually need 4 of these magical building blocks, and so that means we need 16 thormium ingots. So I'm going to play on this bad boy, make a whole bunch of thormium ingots, and we will get to the next step of this episode where we will be making an infusion altar, and it's going to be freaking sweet, man. See you in on the other side of this plan. Alright, CyberDogs, welcome back. I have just finished brewing a nice, tasty, juicy ass batch of thormium ingots in my cauldron over here. And I gotta tell you something, man, I'm having so much fun using these like magical items in Thorncraft. You know, everything is just so different to everything else in Minecraft and Feed the Beast. I just love it, man. I love how like the guy who made Thorncraft, or the girl who made Thorncraft, is just trying to make it as like magically awesome as possible, and it's just so much fun. And I think I may have overdone the number of thormium ingots I need. And I know that when you use the crucible, you unleash something called Flux, right? And basically what Flux is bad. Flux equals bad, right? Flux, when magic goes wrong. Using magic is never without risks, and nothing proves this as much as Flux. If the magical aura can be described as a still pool, Flux is the ripples and eddies caused by a rock dropped into it. It is not a corruption of the magic, but a disturbance. Order turning to chaos and the natural laws being turned on their head. Luckily, auras almost always strive for order and balance, and this usually means that Flux is purged from them in some way. The exact form this takes can vary vastly and depends on the type of Flux present in the aura, etc., etc. So every time we use our magical tools, we are unleashing Flux into the atmosphere, and Flux can have some pretty bad results, so I have read, but I haven't seen any results around here yet. Luckily, all of this magical jazz is far away from our sensitive equipment, so if anything bad happens, we shouldn't lose too much, I think. Anyway, guys, let's get back to our task at hand, and that is making some magical building blocks. And I'm here in the arcane workbench, and I put a wand of the apprentice in here because we need a bit of vis in order to complete this process. And I'm gonna get these thormium ingots in here, and as you can see, we can now make 8 arcane stone blocks. So that is what I'm going to make for myself, and we are going to be using these blocks to make something called an infusion altar. And check how sweet this is, right? So we're going to put the blocks down, I believe, in a 2x2 formation like this, and we're then going to cast our magical Harry Potter spell on this bad boy, Kaplayam! And that makes something called an infusion altar, and it looks a little something like this. As you can see, there is a space for a wand here too, so I'm gonna stick a wand in there, and we can see that we are now cooking with gas up in here. This infusion altar is ready to create our perception cores. But before we can make those perception cores, we need to make something called an animation core. And essentially what an animation core is, the way that I think about it anyway, it is essentially like the golem's brain, right? Like that's what we need to make. We basically need to make a golem brain. And in order to make a golem brain, let's head over to our Thormonomicon over here and look for that perception core. Where is it? Golem animation core. I think it's in here. Here we go. Okay, so we need to make this golem animation core over here. And in order to do that, we need to stick 4 bricks and a bit of nitor into the infusion altar. Now, the nitor is the thing that I'm looking at now because we do not have this material yet. We need to actually make this material. Let's have a look at nitor. We can see that nitor requires 4 ignis, 6 lux, and 4 potentia and 5 vis inside of the crucible. So that's what we need to do right now. We need to make for ourselves a bit of nitor. So let's get that done. We need to go get another bucket of water. Maybe I should make an infinite water source here at the enchanting facility. It seems like yeah, because the crucible consumes the water every time you cook something, right? So yeah, an infinite water source over here somewhere would make sense. But like once we get all of the tools that we need for Thaumcraft, then we can sort of work on the enchanting facility and make it really, really awesome. But there we go. Okay, so for nitor, what we need is, let's have a look. Oh yeah, okay. So we need 4 ignis, so we need netherrack. We need 4 lux, so we need glowstone dust. And we need 4 potentia, which we're going to get from coal. Okay, so 4 ignis from netherrack. So we need to throw in 4 netherracks into here because it only gives us 1 ignis each time. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 8. We get 3 lux from the glowstone, right? So check it out. We get 3 lux, but how many lux do we need? I think we need 6 lux, right? Yeah, we need 6 lux, so we're going to chuck in 2 glowstone dusts into here. And finally, but not leastly, we need 4 ignis. And how many ignis do we get? Oh no, we've done ignis already. We need potentia, right? Let's just have a look again. Yeah, we need 4 potentia. And from coal, we get 8 potentia. Okay, so we're going to be overcooking with potentia here, but that's fine. Let's chuck a bit of coal in there. Now, if we get our wand out and right-click on this puppy, we should get a bit of nitor. Let's check it out. Bam! What? No nitor? What the jazz? Alright guys, just added all of those ingredients back into our crucible. Let's see if we can get a bit of nitor this time. Kablam! There we go. Okay, there we go. We got a little bit of nitor. Check at that, man. We got 1 nitor thing. No idea like what this even is. Is it? I guess it's a bit of magic. I guess. Next up, we need some bricks, and I do believe I've got some bricks around here somewhere. Bricks! Alright guys, back again. Just came back from the storage warehouse to pick up some more bricks. If there is any mod in Feed the Beast where I will not have all of the required materials, it is Dogcraft. So please do forgive me, guys. There is a ridiculous amount of materials required in this mod pack. So I do my best to have everything that I need for the episode, but sometimes there's just a few things missing. But anyway, guys, we're about to make our very first animation core. And here you can see, right, that we've got our bricks in here. We've got our night ore in the middle, but we need to create some motus and some imperato in order to actually make this perception core. And the way that we do that is also very, very awesome. And check this out, guys. Essentially, what we're going to be doing is cooking up those aspects inside of the crucible, and the infusion altar is going to suck those aspects out of the crucible and add it to itself. So check it out, right? What do we need again? Let's have a look. We need motus and we need imperato, and we know that imperato comes from levers. Okay, so check it out, man. We're gonna chuck a lever in here, and how much imperato? We only get one. Okay, so let's chuck 8 in here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what we should see happening is some imperator will start heading over to the infusion altar from this crucible at some point. I think we also need to add the motus, and we know that motus comes from freaking boats, man. Freaking boats. So let's make for ourselves a few boats. Let's just make a bit of space in our inventory over here. And let's whip up a couple of boats. And we can see that we get 4 motus from 1 boat. So we'll chuck in 2 boats into this crucible. 1, 2, and now we should see. There you can see. Look at all the little, like the little bits, or the little bits of magic essence going from the crucible into the infusion altar. That is so awesome. Okay, so we maxed out on motus, but we still need to max out on an imperato. Maybe those levers aren't good enough for imperato. Let me just have my look at my list over here. And imperato, no, levers is what we need. But it looks like we may not have added enough levers into this puppy. Okay, there we go. We needed to add 1 more lever. All right, look at that, man. And like the motus, the motus magic balls are white, and the imperator magic balls are brown. There's just so much detail in this mod pack, man. It's just so rad. It's so awesome. Anyway, there we go. Now we can see we can make a golem animation core. Apply him in the belly. Okay, we are 1 step closer to making our very first wooden golem, guys. The next step is to now turn this golem animation core into a perception core. And the way that we do that is by using the infusion altar, and it's really, really simple. All we're going to do is add a golem animation core into the fusion altar and add one of these water shards into the infusion altar. There we go. And what we need to do is add Visum into the crucible in order to make a perception, to turn this golem animation core into an upgraded perception animation core. And we get Visum from carrots. So let's get some carrots up into our crucible over here. And oh, we need to get a little bit more water too. Oh man, this is so sweet. I can't believe we're actually going to make a golem. Oh man, it has been, let me tell you, man, it has been a crazy, crazy ride for me getting to this point. Dogcraft is awesome, but man, it is some complicated jazz. And it requires a lot of reading, a lot of studying. But it's been really, really fun, man. Oh man, I've been loving it. Anyway, let's get a bucket of water into here. Wait for the bubbles to start boiling, toiling, and troubling. Come on, baby. Okay, so we get 2 of this Visum from 1 carrot. So we need to stick 4 carrots up in this jazz. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we should see the little balls going across. Oh no, geez, we need way more than that. 5, 6, 7, 8. Even more? 9? Oh, there we go. There we go. The magical balls of awesomeness have begun their journey over to the infusion altar. So we know that it's now ready to be made. A golem animation core, kaplayam! Oh, that is epic. Okay, so the final step in this process, guys, is to create our very first golem. And I think that we make golems in in the arcane workbench. Let's just have a look. No, it's in the infusion altar once again. Okay, so we're going to be using the infusion altar once again. We're going to put the golem animation core. It's basically the brain of the golem, right? And because we're making a wooden golem, we need to use these great wood logs, which is the logs that we attained in the last episode, and which are now growing so nicely in ReNTown. And what we need now for the final freaking dash to make our first wooden golem is some Animus and some Victus. And Animus comes from soul shards and Victus comes from bread. And all we got to do is get this jazz into our witch's cauldron and we should be ready to go and make our very first wooden golem. And it's not even just going to be a normal wooden golem, it is going to be a slightly upgraded golem. I think the standard wooden golem has a range of 9 blocks, and the upgraded wooden golem with perception has a range of 16 blocks, so it's a pretty decent upgrade. So I'm going to throw 2 bits of bread in here. That's going to give us 10 Victus. And we need 8 Victus, right? Yep, and we need 8 Animus, and so we're going to have to throw in 8 soul sands in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there goes the red balls of awesomeness. And we are ready. Oh, we are ready to make our first wooden golem. Oh, this is epic, man. There he is. Look, he's ready to go. Okay, so let's get him into our inventory. Bam! Oh, that is awesome. Guys, wooden golem 5. Oh, man, that is epic. Jeez, I'm so excited right now. It has been such a journey to get here. Oh, no. Oh, my bad. Can I pick him up? How do I pick him up? Right click on him? There we go. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Thank the Lord, man. I almost killed him. Alright, so you pick him up by right clicking on him with a wand. Let's remember that. And that would have been the most epic facepalm, I think, ever in this Feed the Beast series if I killed that golem. Now, guys, let me show you exactly how this thing works. Well, hopefully I can show you. So from what I've read, right, what you need to do is you need to right click with the golem on a chest. And then, I just heard a freaking zombie, man. And then, once you've done that, he basically assigns himself to that chest, right? And once he's assigned himself to that chest, then he will gather stuff and take that stuff to that chest. So check it out, right? We're gonna head to underneath the Ren star over here. There's a freaking creeper butt there, though. So let's just take him out before we do anything. Oh, we don't actually have any weapons for this. Yeah, that's awkward. All right, we're just gonna get as far away from the creeper as we can. Okay, so say we're up here, right? Let's put our chest over here like this. And then let's get our sweet ass wooden golem worker in our inventory. We're gonna right click on the chest. He's now assigned to the chest, right? Look at him, he's so cute. With his blue eyes, because he's got perception. Oh, that's awesome. All right, let's see if he actually works. Get to work, butthole. Go pick up the coal. Check at him. He's so cute. He's so cute. Look at him. Look at him go. Look at him. Oh, that is so awesome. That is just so freaking sweet, man. And he even opens the chest. Oh, you are so cute. You are so cute. Oh, that is awesome, guys. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to work on making another, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of these golems. And what we can do is add a golem to each of these little, like, hills over here, or these little modules over here. And then what I'll do is connect all of the chests up to a golden transport pipe, which will send all of the items into this golden transport pipe, which will then transport all of the items to the top of the Ren Star. So any items that drop from the Ren Star construction site will get picked up by these golems and sent back up to us so we can reuse them. Oh man, that is so freaking sweet. I am so happy right now, guys. Yeah, that's basically everything I wanted to do in this episode. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to everybody who has been helping me out with Thaumcraft. We finally got our goal of being able to create these golems. We're going to have to deal with the magical overflow issues that no doubt will arise, but we'll look into that in the next episode, and hopefully I can get this golem array built also. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been ReNDoG playing Minecraft Feed the Beast. We just made a golem and I am super stoked. We will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, my friends.